Luke, we're through to the next round. Before I say anything, I just want to know, what are your reflections from the performance today?
Listen, it's been a big 8 days for us. This time last week we were sat here after an immense win against Alex Wimbledon. We then backed it up with a win against Maidstone on Tuesday evening. We shuffled the pack again. The result's great. Our two-part plans come together, and we're into the next round. But I think that I could overanalyse that. I spoke to the group. I said, look, there's bits that we need to discuss and talk about to improve on. But that group's given this club everything, giving themselves everything, and we've come up against a side that had not been beaten in their last 10. So it was going to be a tight affair. Had a great cup atmosphere. I think they had a third of the fans here this afternoon. So yeah, for me, it's all about the result when it comes to the cup games. Could we have probably put them to bed with a Scotty Bowden inside the 6-yard box and got away with not doing pens? But for a club like us, it's nice to keep the fans engaged, and we did that with a 5-4 win.
And penalties are a horrible way to decide a football match. 10 minutes to go. What's going through your mind? Are you thinking, do I make some changes for the penalties, or are you still trying to win it in normal time?
We done pens yesterday. I finished the session and Martin Brennan went, does he go straight to pens? And I was like, oh yeah, so we had to do pens. Again, he's got me out the proverbial. And I have to say, all the ones that took them were confident. The minute I asked who wants to take a pen, they were straight in. We sort of had an order in place before the game. It reshuffled. But look, I think Bowes has got something on in 2 weeks' time. He didn't want to score the initial goal and he misses his pen. But look, we started with Cliff. Danilo's got another 60, 70 under his belt. He's had COVID. He ain't played in 3 months. He's played 2 games in a 5-day period. So there's a lot of pluses. And again, I thought Taze kept us in it in the early stages, and then later on they could have probably put us to the sword a bit more. But I said it again, it's been a big 8 days. We're in the last 16 of the trophy, last 32 of the FA Cup, and we're currently sitting third in the National League. And for me, yeah, it's just, can we get a nice bumper crowd for Weymouth on the 22nd to really get this flying here to ensure we get another 3 points.
It's a big test of character today. We talked about it before, the reaction from when we do concede. Inevitably, we were going to concede at some point. How happy were you with the reaction once that goal went in?
Yeah, listen, we do have a reaction, but the problem is I think we can affect their goal. I think we can be better at that, and I think it was coming on top. We had 3 strikers on the bench in terms of Niall, Denon and Bodes. Couldn't really change anyone in the back unit or midfield unit. We started the game without Femi, without Ashmore, without Rico and Gus, and I named them 4 because we started the season with them 4 in the team. So 1/3 of your team are sitting in the stands, not available, and they're 4 big hitters. You add Connor Smith to that, James Comley. There's 2 other additional players that have played a part this season. So I have to give credit to that group. What they've delivered on in terms of a result this afternoon is great, because the performance weren't great, but I've got no issue. We created chances. Kane's ball across the face, Kemendi go and head it in back stick. We then counter and Marshy, then Reece, then Bodes. I think we're doing okay at the minute, and I'm thankful we're in the next round.
And a big week off, well, not a big week off, you've got a Tuesday off, so you have a week off, and then Weymouth next week. What can we expect to see from next Saturday?
A new manager. Don't know how they got on today against Needham Market. I believe they played. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be. So obviously Brian Stock was initially the manager, plays good football, open spaces in terms of playing quite attractive on the eye. So I don't know who's gone in there, what they'll be doing. There was talk of them getting a manager in place prior to our game. So there's always going to be an upward curve in terms of that. So we expect them to come here fighting for their lives. They got their status in the National League to fight for, and I expect nothing less than a bitty, hard-fought game. I'm hopeful that we'd have Gus and Rico back. Comley's obviously available, and that's where we're at in a minute. And I'm hoping we get one of the players that we're looking to sign in the building, because we are grafting, we are trying. The chairman's been amazing. Went out for dinner with him yesterday, and we're putting bids in for players, and that shows you where he's at and where he believes this group and believes what we're doing. So we're trying our hardest to add to this squad to ensure that we can maintain an FA Trophy run and a league campaign, and obviously try and win the FA Cup.